Okay, this is the Lonewolf Paranormal podcast. Today, I have a special guest with me. We have some great evidence today, some great footage that he was, our guest was real generous to show us, and I'm really excited about this podcast. It's going to be real great. So I'm going to go ahead and introduce him. Well, go ahead and introduce yourself, buddy. You can go ahead, man.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for having us. My name is John. I'm the director of the San Antonio Ghost Hunters. We're a paranormal team based out of San Antonio, Texas, obviously. And we've been around for going on 18 years already. And we've investigated a lot of haunted locations here in San Antonio, here in South Texas. And I myself have been across, mainly towards the west part of the United States, doing paranormal investigations. Queen Mary, Alcatraz,
Oh,
the Whaley
wow.
House. Yeah, Queen Mary. I did also Tucson. I mean, and oh man, the Birdcage Theater. The Birdcage
Birdcage
Theater.
Theater.
The Birdcage Theater. I got to do the Birdcage Theater in Tombstone, Arizona.
Oh, wow, dude. Yeah, I
Yeah,
heard about
yeah,
that too.
yeah. That was very very interesting. And so we do a lot of home investigations. Quite a few in all the years. Quite a few business. We've actually worked with the city of San Antonio, and we work with the state of Texas for investigations with them. And we have got some pretty good evidence, over the years.
So like for like to Alcatraz, a quick like how do you like I guess request to go there? Like is it
Well,
something you gotta like maybe just talk to people, you know?
and the thing is, it's very hard because that's like the Park Service, the National Park Service. So what we did instead is we took the very last tour on a Wednesday, like the deadest day that they have. So most times there's only 3 or 4 people, and we would just go to the corners. Like when we investigated when they put you in the room alone, what do you call that? The cell, solitary
Oh,
confinement
yes,
cells.
confinement, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. There was nobody. It was just me and my son there. So we got to ask questions. We got some really crazy EVPs in the solitary confinement. There's a lady crying and crying. She's like, "They killed him. They killed him." And she's just wailing and wailing and wailing. There was no lady crying. There was just me and my son.
Wow. And was this like in real time or through like when you recorded it, you played it back and you heard it?
Oh no, well, definitely it was after review. We didn't hear
Yeah.
anything when we were in the solitary confinement cells, but yeah, it was very interesting. Also, there's upstairs in Alcatraz, there's the infirmary, the medical unit. And they only open it like on certain days. But we got lucky; we got to go up there, and there's a little room in there. And I told my son, close the door. And I'm gonna go in there with the camcorder, and I'm gonna start recording. And I was like, if there's anybody in here, you know, give me a sign. And I didn't hear anything. And I'm like, okay, I guess not. So I left. And when we got back to the hotel, I had captured an orb toward the top of that little room. And when I said, give me a sign, there was a loud boom, bang, but I didn't hear it.
Wow.
That was cool. Yeah, that was cool. We got quite a few EVPs, mainly out of nothing really visual out of Alcatraz, but it was pretty interesting. So that's what we had to do in that case.
And
Is
oh,
just
okay.
like when we investigate the Alamo. I got some crazy EVPs out of the Alamo. I've got a lot of my SP7 spirit box,
Yeah.
very active in the entire grounds. As a matter of fact, when we were walking up, we turned it on right in front of what's that hotel across
Minger
from the
Hotel?
Alamo?
Minger
No,
Hotel?
the other way.
Oh, I know what you're
Yeah,
talking about.
the
Yeah,
hospital.
yeah, I'm trying to remember. Oh man, I remember the Crockett Hotel? No, was it
No, that's in back,
the
next
back?
door. Is that the lady that? Oh man, I forget. Anyway, you know where it's. Anyway, so
Yeah.
basically, the building before the Alamo, we turn it on and we're asking questions, and this cowboy guy starts answering us in the SP7, and that voice followed us all the way in front of the hotel, across the street, into the Alamo grounds with us. That was pretty
Wow.
cool. That was pretty cool. Then once we got in the Alamo grounds with all these different voices just talking and talking and talking. So then we went to the Long Barracks and we were supposedly waiting for the next movie.
Yeah.
Just me and my son, we're doing an EVP session there. And we've got the EVP Choose Another right there in the
Oh,
Long
wow.
Barracks. Yeah, so it was really haunted.
Yeah, I hear that people some people I don't know like I mean I heard stories where like they'll be there late at night. You know how people just hang out, and they would hear like Indian chants and they would hear like soldiers like I guess like a replay of the battle. Like is there something going on? I mean that's what I heard. I don't know if they're talking about through spirit boxes or it's like through real time. You know, I mean, people have said, you know, I never done it. I'm intrigued to do it, but you know, but I don't think you can do it while, you know, while their services are open. You know, I'm pretty sure they're not gonna want me going around and scaring the other, you know,
Yeah,
customers there.
exactly. Yeah, exactly.
That's crazy, you know. And you know what? Really, I want to go check is Gettysburg, Civil War, where they had that area. I know I seen them on YouTube, where like and like I said, I don't know if it's like photoshopped or, but like I know they it was a lady where she was taping, and it was like towards sundown, 7 o'clock maybe around there, and still daytime. It's getting dark, and you would see like actual operations with the soldiers like walking, and you see like kind of like the way you showed me that video where you know that that person appeared and there was like light in it, like it looked like a
Hmm.
light bug. Well, kind of like that. You see like the lights going off, and then you see like the operations moving through like the grass, and then they disappear. It's like they walk for a little bit, you see them, and then they fade out. So like I don't even know if that's real, but I know they heard cannons and gunshots during the day. Like, you know, like just cannons going off. They'll sometimes I hear playing the drums, you know, I guess the Civil War little melodies or something like that, war melodies. Um,
Exactly. Presidio La Bahia, we did an overnight investigation at Presidio La Bahia, and we got cannons there, Presidio La
oh
Bahia.
wow.
We got gunshots, ladies talking there's just the dirt, bro, is between inside the walls. There's nothing there, but the ladies were talking there. We investigated the Buckhorn Saloon with the Kling brothers a few years, and it was about 3 o'clock in the morning, and there we captured cadence, like drums,
Yes.
it was like a cadence, and there was nobody playing the drums at 3 o'clock in the morning on Houston Street. So
Wow.
that was cool. That because right there where the Buckhorn Museum is at, which is really a very, very, very haunted building. Oh, crazy activity in the Buckhorn Museum. That all was part of the Alamo. You know.
That's crazy. Has anyone, any of your people, like been attacked? Like, you know, like,
Oh
or they get
yes, yes, yes,
scratched, you
yes,
know?
yes. I always get scratched. Well, if you check on San Antonio Ghost Hunters Facebook, you
Uh-huh.
see pictures of my leg with just blood dripping down
Oh wow.
my leg. Yeah, we investigated a house off of here on the south side by W. White Road and like South Cross. And and if you look on our Facebook, I caught three or four shadow people running along the fence.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I only get one shadow person at a time. This time there was a
Yeah.
pack of them running, but that's because I had cornered them in that corner with the camcorder and my long-reaching infrared light. I could see them down there. We could see them. And finally, I got them on film, and they ran. They ran like that along the fence line. And what's weird is, as an investigator, you're holding your camera. You don't see.
Yeah.
Most times, you don't see them. It's dark. But right as what I found out is right as they got into the house that we were investigating, I saw a white flash. And I even said, I said, I just saw a white flash there. So then after I reviewed the video, I was like, oh crap. There's three or four shadow people running, and I saw them flash white. They illuminated white. Not very bright, but you could see a flash,
Yeah.
and then they ran into the house.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So we got home from that investigation, and it was summertime, and I'm changing, I'm gonna take a shower, and I go look, and my legs are just dripping blood down both sides, and they're just scratches on my legs.
Oh wow.
And I didn't feel it. I normally won't feel a scratch. I've probably been scratched about 20 or 30 times in my 17 years. Mostly I'll feel them when I go to jump in the shower and something's burning. And I look down and there's a scratch, bro. One or two scratches, three scratches. But yeah, we've been attacked. Also, when we got to investigate Bobby Mackey's in
Oh yeah, Bobby Mackey's World, right? Yes,
three of
dude, I
us.
heard.
Three of us, bro. We weren't on the cattle call like we were the night before at Waverly. We did Waverly one night with like 30 people, but that place is huge. We did Waverly one night, Waverly Hills one night, and then we drove like 2 hours the next night to Wilder, Kentucky. We did Bobby Mackey. There were only three of us at Bobby Mackey's. We had both floors. One of the girls, well, the only girl, it was two guys and one girl. The girl got scratched upstairs on her back, and then when we went downstairs for a daytime walkthrough, she got scratched again. Yeah. So
Dang.
yeah, we've been, attacked, scratched, pushed. Spirits follow us home. Numerous. I've had spirits from the U.S.A. Lexington follow me home to my house. Two Marine guys follow me home. Here in San Antonio, off of I-10. You know where Chacho's is at off
Yes,
I-10?
yes. Uh-huh.
Okay, that road to Chacho's on, but on the other side of I-10, that was the old railroad, the one that went to California. The stagecoaches would come on I-10. It turned into I-10 years later, and there was a stagecoach stop right down the street from Chacho's, and that we went to that stagecoach stop, and the slaves from that stagecoach stop followed me home too. Two
So
black slaves. Yeah.
so like what did they do anything? Did they try to communicate with you or
Yeah, they communicate. We could hear them talking, stuff moving around. Those stuff would just fall off my chest of drawers and stuff at the house. My wife's like, "There's somebody here," because
yeah.
you were talking earlier. You have you're sensitive, spirit, empath. I'm
Yeah.
sensitive. My wife's very sensitive. Our son is very sensitive, and you know we'll know. Like you say, we talked about earlier. You'll know when a spirit's there.
Oh yeah. You're
Yeah,
definitely like me, like I can be here. Like yesterday I was doing a podcast and my my dad he brought a friend over because one I think her the weather kind of messed up her house, so she's from like one of the churches, so
gotcha.
they brought her in to spend the night. And like it's weird because like I'm so used to feeling that same energy, like my daughter, my dad, and my stepmom. It's just us four living here. So the moment I felt this weird presence, like kind of like a dog, like they sense something, and I just felt like a weird presence, like someone's here, And I'm over here doing the recording, and I felt like, wait a minute, I feel like this weird different energy, and I go down there, someone's in this house. You already know, and it's like that with ghosts too. Like you'll know when they're there. You can like me, I'll know. Like I even when I go, like when I always pass through, going through the missions,
Right,
going towards military, and every time we pass that road, I always feel like there's people there. Like I feel like eyes are looking at me. I don't know what it is. I'm driving, and I could be driving, or they're driving me, and I'm just looking out there, and for some reason I just feel like just attention. Like
right.
I feel like there's a crowd of people there. I don't know what it is. It's just that, and it's not even in the missions. It's just the outer layer of the missions. The park. I forgot what the name of the park is. Conception Park, I believe. I'm not sure. It's all
Perception.
there, and
Yeah,
it's all that area. It's like active. Like I just feel like just energy. Like people are there. But there's no one there. But I sense, and I always want to just go by one and walk and just I don't know, like just do EVP, like kind of what you did. Just go out there and just say, hey, anyone here? Maybe I'll catch some. Which I feel like I will catch stuff.
I do every time I go, bro. I always tell people what it is. Little kids, dogs, and ghosts love me, man. For some reason, they're attracted to me no matter where I go. I
Yeah,
don't do too much the empath thing, but for the attraction to go, no matter where I go, if
yeah, maybe
there's
you
a
have
ghost
that
there,
that
I'll find him. He's gonna come to me. So
you
when
have
you
that
have a
loving
camcorder in your hand,
father. Yeah, you probably have that loving father aura, because it's all auras. Like,
yeah, it is.
you
It
know,
is.
and people, they know, and they, some ghosts are like that. Some like children, they like to be around certain people. Like like in my house, we have a little girl that comes in once in a while, and my daughter, she's already old enough now. She's like in 18, so like all her toys that she had when she was little, she never want to get rid of them. She's like, no, dad, leave them there. All right, so we leave
Right.
them in her old room that she used to be in. And sometimes I would always have these little visions. Like when I feel like someone's here, I would just kind of go in a little trance, and I see this little girl, and she always goes into the room and plays, but she always turns the light on. And when she turns the light on, I know she's there. Or when I feel like someone's there, she'll knock on the door. Like she'll make a presence known. Like if not, she'll talk to my daughter. She'll call my daughter's name. So one day, my daughter she was on her phone doing editing and stuff and talking to her friends, and she heard the little voice girl call her. Her name's Ariana. It's my daughter. So she goes, Ari, and my daughter's like, freaking out, and she's like,
Mhm.
and his hearing her music, she heard her name again loud, like Ari, and my daughter's like, what the hell? Like she freaked out. She comes to my room and she's like, Dad, did you call me? I'm like, no. And she's like, Dad, I think there's a little girl here. I kid you. And of course, I'm very supportive. I'm not gonna think she's crazy. So I'm like, all right, let's
Right.
go check it out. We go in the room, and my daughter's just kind of scared, right? I tell the little girl, like I talk and say, hey, if you're here, if you're a peaceful little spirit, I don't mind you staying here, that's fine, but if you're evil, you need to leave. Like there's no evil in this house, it's nothing but love and positivity, and this is the Lord's house, so if you're gonna be evil, you need to leave. So the moment I kind of said it, but really serious, my heart felt broken. Like I felt sad, and my daughter started tearing up, and she's like, Dad, I feel sad. And then I said, yeah, I know, I feel it too. And it's like that little girl took it like if I was scolding my daughter, like,
Mm.
and she felt real sad, and she left. And then she came back the next day, and a couple of weeks later she came back, and she felt happy, I felt happy, but I saw her again, like in a dream, and she was in the room in there. I told her, you can stay in here, the lights got to come off though, okay? And she's like, I don't mind you, but just leave us alone. And she does. She'll comes and goes. Now she don't mess with us no more. She'll come. I know when she comes in because she'll open the door. that door will open. And it's hard. It's a hard door. Like you literally gotta like push it. So like she comes in, but I haven't seen her since. She comes once in a great while. I don't know when she feels like it. But yeah, that's definitely like you'll definitely feel it. And that's crazy though. I mean, I never had that done to me before. And I always get like that scared, that fright. Like, oh, we go here, what if it follows us? But we always do like cleansings. I don't know if you guys do that, but like cleansings, or we do like prayers. Before we start the investigation, and then we do it after the investigation.
Yeah.
So we can go home in peace, and not have like anything negative follow us.
The only type of cleansing that I have to do usually is I do a dowsing rod cleansing, and I move all the spirits to the edge of the property of my house, so they have to stay at the barriers around my
Yeah,
property. They
perfect.
can't come in. Yeah, I do it with a dowsing rod, or even cross spirits over with a dowsing rod, with a single dowsing rod.
Oh, cool. See, I never seen that done. I know. I cleanse. Well, my when the excavation to be when they she used to do it with like look like a big joint the way I see it, but it's like or like
Sage,
incense kind of thing. Sage, there you go.
sage,
She was
sage. Yeah.
just like doing it. She'll sage me, sage my equipment, because everything's touched. Whatever I brought my phone, she'll sage everything, and she'll sage all of us, and then we'll go ahead and she'll put holy water in our head, our forehead, and we'll say like a little prayer, and then kind of that's it.
The only thing is, bro, that sage ain't gonna work when you come up against a demon. He won't laugh at
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
You're just gonna piss him off. Now that's probably good for house ghosts. You
yeah,
know, that's what we coined the term house ghost, because a lot of times we go to investigations and it's just like the little grandma. She's still there cooking her breakfast, and you can smell the eggs cooking and the
yeah,
bacon
yeah.
cooking. They're just house ghosts, but then you get your more evil spirits, like the one that scratch me and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
see, when I never went up against one like that, I never had an experience like that. I mean, we went to houses where like it was really bad, but it wasn't like the ghost. The way I would call them was like trickster ghost, like like you said, house ghost. Like they just mess with you. Like
Right,
they'll knock your stuff down. They just want to know they're here. Maybe they want to
right,
play around with you. Like I call like tricksters or jokesters. They just
yeah,
they know you're pissing them off. They'll do that. But then they'll leave. Eventually they take off, but they're just kind of like, oh look, I'm in this place. Oh, I guess I'll mess with this guy, and that's it. That nothing big, never nothing happened where we got attacked.
right, right.
Yeah, and I hope I never get to that, but but it's something that I see a lot.
Well,
I hear a lot.
you, if you're gonna keep your adventures in the paranormal, sooner or later you're gonna run into it, bro. I
Yeah,
guarantee you.
and I hopefully by then we'll like I'll have more knowledge and more more protection, because I always carry a crucifix, crucifix, a little rosary around me. I always say prayers. I always have that positive. I know when you have a positive attitude, it kind of like keeps you protected a little bit. Versus
Eh,
going in there negative. If you have negative, that's when they attack you because they know you're they know your heart is down. They know the last podcast I was talking to this guy the last guest. He was telling me about like his cousin was having right now I think a ghost is followed him. He moved 3 times and a
mhm,
ghost is attacking him right now. And
yeah,
it's like trying to convince him to divorce like his ex because they're like fighting, and he has dreams of his kids leaving him, and it's crazy stuff. And I'm telling him like, yeah, well, how is his life? Is he negative? He's like, yeah, he's because his first divorce went wrong, so I guess he still hasn't really, I guess like accepted it and moved on. And even though he remarried, it's still, he has that hatred, and I think that's what negative like demons will focus on is on that type of people. And
mm,
that's when they really try to really get in you. And I guess they'll try to possess you. If you have that heart. But like I said, that's just my uh opinion on it, my idea, theory. I don't know how they work. It's just what I think.
yeah, exactly. They'll try to get you to kill yourself or kill
Y-
other people.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
bad dreams, bad luck. Break up your marriage, break up your business. Yeah, no bueno. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. I mean, man, I would have loved to gone to Mackey's World. I know. I mean, I saw it in Ghost Adventures, and I
Hmm.
know they were getting like they're getting picked on a lot. And
Exactly. As a matter of fact, one of the clips that we have today is from Bobby Mackey's.
oh yeah, is that the one? Is that the? I'm gonna go and show that right now. Is that the one with the ghost, or is that the EVP part?
No, no, that the one from Bobby Mackey's is the shadow person that I captured right by the portal to hell down in the
Oh yes, is
basement
that
at
the?
Bobby Mackey's. It's a shadow person in slow motion running by.
Yeah, let me share
There's
that
a
right
door
now.
frame. There's a white door frame, and as he passes one door frame, you see the door frame get dark, and then the
Yeah.
other door frame gets dark again, and then he passes.
Yeah, I'm gonna share it right now. I'm gonna actually show it right now so the viewers can see it. Let's see. I don't
Okay.
know. Do you see it on your end?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Here's
yeah. We're good. We're good.
my.
We're good.
All
We're
right,
good.
it's right here.
There. Okay. See the one door frame went dark. Then look at the next
Yeah.
one. You can do it again.
Yeah.
Start
I'll
it again.
rewind. Let me rewind it again.
Right to left. There. Right there.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah, I
the
saw
first
that.
one. And then there's a little
Oh
one.
look, there it
There you
is.
go.
Yeah, there it
There it
is.
is right there. That's
Wow,
so
dude, that's
so
crazy.
so what happened, there's like a little kitchen area in the basement of Bobby
Yeah.
Mackey's. And I was walking around a table. And as I'm walking around a table, bro, I hear footsteps on the other side of the table running. Boom, 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 boom. And it comes behind the table and starts to follow me. And I
Wow.
didn't know it was a shadow person, bro, because it's pitch black. And I
Yeah.
turned around and I said, stop that. I didn't know what it
I want to
was.
replay that
I
again. I
turned
want
around,
to
I
show
said,
the
stop that.
viewers.
And then when I got home to Texas, I reviewed the video. I was like, oh crap. There was a shadow person that was running.
Yeah, here it is again.
Here.
Oh man, that
Yeah,
look, man. Oh wow, dude, that is crazy.
that's running, bro. It's
Oh,
just slowed
dude,
down. He was running. He was running.
that's scary, dude.
Yeah,
Oh
I
man, if I
was
would have
scared.
saw
I was
that, I
scared.
would
I
have.
was scared. I was
I
scared.
would have. Man, I don't know. I think I would have told you. I gotta go. I gotta step
Yeah,
out of there, man. I mean,
I'm just used to it, bro. 17 years. I'm kind of used to it, but sometimes you get a little scared.
yeah,
And
yeah.
this is what I get asked a lot. When have you ever been scared? And I'll tell you this: we got to investigate the Lone Star Brewery. My friend, they had a beer festival, and my friend, one of the SAGH members,
I'm sorry. Repeat this right here.
he was overnight security for the event. So he says, "Hey, you and Glenn, bring your equipment down. I'll let you go." And we were in one room, bro, where it was a big room. They would back up the 18 wheelers into the room and load them up. So I'm talking this huge, wide room, long room. And the three of us are there. At the end of the room, I'm seeing movement, movement. There's shadow people, bro. One, two, three. Oh shit, there's four. There's a whole bunch of them running back and forth. And then one would run up and he would whisper some shit. He would run back again. I'm sorry. And he
Wow.
would run up again. They would touch us and then run back again. And I was kind of getting scared. And my buddy, he had the gun and everything. I didn't have a gun. My gun was in the car. But I didn't feel safe even because he had a gun with him. There were so many shadow people just back and forth. Through the whole investigation, I wound up getting burned 2 times.
Wow.
Once on my leg and once on my arm.
Now,
Felt
so
like
for
eight
for
foot.
Bobby Maggie's world, like, did like you had to schedule paranormal investigation, or he's kind of like, yeah, go ahead and go in. Is
No,
it?
no, bro. It's all about the dinero. It's all about pimping the ghosts.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, yeah. No. As a matter of fact, I went with one of the SAGH members and his sister, and it was like his birthday. So the sister paid for the three of us to go. It was, I think she paid $600 or 500.
Wow.
Yeah, bro. She was like, hey, happy birthday to both you guys. Everything my birthday. I'm like, okay. And so that's how I did Bobby Mackey's for free. Just to gas down there. That I had to pay my rental
Man.
car and
I
the
mean, I
gas
wouldn't
back.
mind paying like maybe 200 for like three people or two people. That, to me, that's fine. But man,
Yeah.
$600, that's a lot of money,
It
dude.
was like five. It was a lot of money, bro. It was
Yeah, it is.
but that's the going rate. I mean, you go to Victoria's Black Swan Inn. She charges
Yeah.
$500, bro. She charges
Yeah,
five hundred bucks
we've
for
been
10
there. We
people.
did an event there, and actually I got some pictures, and I wish I had video, but I do have video, just pictures, but like we never did investigation. But it was because they had every year they have an event, and they invite a lot of paranormal groups out there. And the ex paranormal group that I was in, they managed to get in there,
I
and
did
we
this.
went.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and we went there and everything, and I caught some nice pictures. It's an old antique house, but I'm gonna tell you something. Only one thing happened to me there. I love playing the piano, right? So they had an old antique piano when you walk into the living room,
To the
and
left, yeah.
I started playing it, and playing a little song, whatever, and I heard like dancing, like right in the middle, like people were moving. Like when I was playing, I just felt like they were dancing to that tune, because it's the music I was playing is like, it's a classical piece,
Oh,
and
okay.
it's called Fur Elise. Fur Elise is an old
Pretty nice.
yeah.
Yeah,
old Mozart, I believe, or
yeah.
Bach. I'm trying to remember.
I've heard of this. Yeah,
Yeah,
up in the
and I
back. Yeah.
played that, and they started dancing. Like, and seeing, like I tell you, I have images in my head. So when I was playing, I was into my music, playing it, and I would see like two people dancing to it,
Oh,
and I
nice.
was like, whoa, like, and I was, and when I stopped playing, then the foot stopped.
This stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it stopped.
that whole place is haunted. The grounds, the milking barn in the back. We've got EVPs in front of the river right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably investigated about 8 or 9 times. We did the haunted sleepover with Ken's Five about 3 years ago. So
Oh
we
wow.
spent the night with Bill Taylor and Joe Reinagel from Ken's Five. We were there all night long. We did live shots at 10 o'clock. We did live shots in the morning. It was really cool. And they all slept. We didn't sleep because we did the investigation.
Yeah,
Then I
you're all
had to go
pumped
through
up.
all the evidence. I had to cut all the pieces. Then I had to
Yeah.
transfer them to Mac because Ken's Five only uses Apple laptops. And so, yeah, we left there about 6 o'clock in the morning, 6 or 7 in the morning. But and I got to investigate it also with God, the guy from Paranormal State.
Oh yes. Oh, not Aaron, the other guy. Nick Groff, right?
No. Paranormal. That's
Oh,
those are
Paranormal State. Never. That's the
Ryan
guy's one.
Buell.
Ryan
Ryan, we
Buell.
did
Yes, yes.
Ryan Buell, Fergie. We investigated all night long with them. Also at Victoria's Black Swan
Oh,
Inn.
they went there that same day.
There was a festival, like an event they were doing. It was like a talk during the day, and then at night they were investigating Victoria's Black Swan Inn.
That's
And
awesome,
and,
dude. Yeah.
and yeah, so I got there with a ghost box, and Ryan was. They did the first tour with him, and then the little session, and then he was like, "I've never seen this ghost box." He was looking at it. I said, "It's the same one the Ghost Adventures uses." And Ryan was like, "I've never watched Ghost Adventures." Freaked out. And so he really liked the ghost box. So then I did the first session with him. Then I went to another one. Then he went looking for me. He goes, "Hey, where's that tech guy? Where's that tech guy?" And he had with me all night long. I got to investigate with Ryan Buell all night long,
Dude,
which was
that's
pretty
awesome.
cool. Yeah,
I mean, I
a
would love
lot
to
of
meet one of these guys. Yeah, like I would like to reach out to him, man. Hopefully he watches podcast. Like that's kind of what I want to do, man. Like I want to go out and just meet people and go further. Like like man, that's awesome. You went about that. That's honestly that's where I want to go. Maybe one day I'll just give in and pay the 500 bucks. You know, I mean, or maybe pitch it with some guide and say, hey, it's all like just put in 150 each or something. You know, like I mean, because that's some shit that I really want to like. You know, because that's the hardcore stuff. You know, like these little
yeah, yeah,
investigations I've done, they don't compare to what you're going through. Like mine is like mediocre,
right.
you know, and yours is like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
real stuff, you know.
We went to Long Beach, California, and we spent 4 nights in the Queen Mary, and we spent all 4 nights with Grant and Jason from Ghost Hunters.
Yes.
Eve Tango. I mean, I met Dave. I met I was say Dave Chappelle. No, that's a comedian. Bill Chappell from Digital Dowsing, the guy that
Yes.
does the the puck and the SLS. And then I got to meet him. I got to investigate with him. Chris Fleming. It was really cool. It was in Long Beach, California, in the Queen Mary. Queen Mary was really cool. I mean, you stepped on that ship, bro. It's like you're back in like 1936, like you're on the Titanic or something. It was
Wow.
really cool. The Queen Mary is haunted, bro. We got a lot of evidence, a lot of EVPs.
Man, I
I
would
got
love to see
glowing
it. Is
lights
that
in
on your
the
website,
engine
on
room.
your Facebook page?
It's on Sanso Goes on his Facebook. Yeah, there's clips
Man, I gotta check it out. Yeah.
from the Queen
I
Mary
want to.
there.
I'm gonna. Hope these podcasts. I'm gonna refer people to go check it out, man. I want you to get a lot of likes, man, a lot of views, and that's my job here. I just
Cool,
want to like
cool.
to. I kind of just want to give all the paranormal groups here exposure. Like I'm not in it for the money. I'm just here for the love of the paranormal. And yeah, definitely,
Right.
I'm gonna send people to your Facebook link. I'm gonna link it to it after this podcast. I'm gonna put it on my website, my Facebook page, and I'm gonna tell people to go and check y'all out, man. That's freaking awesome, dude. I mean, how much was it for the Queen Mary? I mean, how much is that to get in there?
That's what I was gonna say when you're talking about cost, bro. I mean, when you go on something like that, you're easily gonna spend $1,500 total. We're talking airfare, rental car, hotel, meals, plus going into the event. You know, it's gonna take some cash. You
Yeah,
know, so I think for the Queen Mary, I want to say it was $300, but we got the VIP. We did all the lectures. You know, we got all the ghost hunts. You know, I investigated the Magnolia Hotel with Nick Groff, and that one we got VIP. We spent all day with Nick Groff from Ghost Adventures. He's no longer with them, but
yeah. He
Nick's a
went
hell of a
solo. Was there a
yeah.
reason
He's
why?
a really nice guy. He's tall as crap.
Yeah, what was?
Yeah, I think there was some conflict between him and
Zach?
Zach, and he kind of went to do his own show, and then he shouldn't have because he had already signed, all these agreements with Zach and everybody else, the company, to film with them. Because whenever you go to film, because I filmed before, for TV shows, and you got to sign non-disclosure agreements, and there's all this stuff that you can't be doing. And he
Yeah.
was trying to go and get his own show, and he got his own show. I think he did, was it Ghost Stalkers at first? Remember
Yeah.
the portals and stuff?
Yeah,
Yeah, he
you
did
know, he
that, and
looks
then
real
he
chill. It looks real cool. I mean, I love Ghost Adventures. No disrespect for them, you know. I mean, I give 'em props and everything. I liked it in the first seasons because they were like real, you know. They didn't have like,
yeah.
and then after a while, it started becoming a little bit too like soap opera-ish, you know, kind of like, oh, they hit me, oh my god, you know, like too scripted, you know. It's
It,
and but I think that's just how it is, you know. Like I think that's when you have that, you know, you
well,
have
you,
to
you
agree with
you
that.
got Hollywood. You got Hollywood. It's all about the numbers. It's all about the ratings.
Yeah.
You know,
So yeah, I think
Yeah,
that's when
we
you have to
we
do it.
we we had some videos on YouTube. Well, I actually have about 150 videos of YouTube, but there
Wow.
was maybe 4 or 5 of them. There was 4 or 5 of them that we had on there, and uh, a producer got a hold of us. He's like, "Can you send me all your clips from the ESMA investigation?" So we're like, "Okay." So we sent him all the clips. Then a few days later, he calls me back. I'm like seeing, Los Angeles. I answered the phone really quick, and he was like, "Hey, I just called to congratulate you that your clips got approved for an episode of my ghost story caught on camera. Can you be in Hollywood in 2 weeks?" I
Wow,
was
that's
like,
awesome.
"Hell yeah, I'm in Hollywood in 2 weeks." So like 2 hours later, they had Southwest Airlines reservations. We're staying at the DoubleTree there in Culver City, and we actually got to go down there, and we were filmed in the studio, and we did an episode, and it was based on a man that from the South Side. The story was from the guy was at the Zamora HEB.
Yeah, yeah.
He was putting gas. He had a heart attack. His spirit went back to the house. His house was right there where the police substation was at on Mayfield,
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
but
yes.
the street in back of it, not Mayfield, it was on Pyron. It was on
Pirate.
Pyron
Oh,
Street.
okay, okay.
It was on Pyron Street, and it just so happens that fellow SAGH member who's an investor, he bought the house that the Mr. Garza lived in, and my friend couldn't keep any tenants. They were all saying that there was a man, there was a ghost in the house. So he invited us to go investigate to see who we could get, and we got a lot of evidence. We got a ghost face in the mirror. We got a lot of EVPs, and those are the clips that got approved for that episode of My Ghost Story caught on camera on the Bio channel. This is about 6 or 7 years ago. It's been a while, and the reason I'm bringing all this up is that about the ratings and everything is during the process when they're like, okay, here's your EVPs. You got me the clips. We're gonna play this clip, and they're like, hey, where's the Maria clip EVP? I'm like, what are you talking about? There's no Maria. It was like Evelyn or something like that. Because I mean, they had everything scripted. What we were gonna say, our reactions, everything was like scripted. But my evidence wasn't. My evidence was my
Yeah,
evidence
that was
for
it.
the most part, except for Maria. So we're like, we don't have, there's no Maria with the other name. Like, oh, well, don't worry about it. Okay, don't worry about it. So we're like, okay. And then, we're waiting for the episode to come out on TV. We're all excited with our popcorn there watching it.
Yeah.
And we watched the episode. And then, I'm using the dowsing rods and I'm like, are you here, Mr. Garza? And the man on my SB7 says, yes. And then I'm like, who else is here? And you hear, Maria. I'm like, what the hell? There's no Maria EVP. Bro, they made it up.
Oh, wow.
They made it. They faked the freaking EVP, and they told us, remember, it's all about the ratings. It's Hollywood. So back to your Zach and the
Yeah, yeah.
overdramatic and
So they had to.
possessed every other episode. Yeah, down to the money again. It comes
Yeah,
down to the
I
money.
kind of figured like that. Yeah, I figured that you have to eventually you have to improv and you have to, you have to go, script it, so that everything sounds interesting instead of just being like real, like kind of like we're doing. We're not scripting this podcast. We're just going with the flow, right?
Yeah,
We're just being ourselves, and uh, yeah, definitely, I understand that. Yeah, I get it. Like, I mean, I don't mean I have no respect. I mean, disrespect. I mean, these guys are great. I'm a big Zach fan. I follow him on Facebook. Follow Nick. I follow everything. Anything paranormal, I follow it. I mean, I love paranormal. Follow Steve Huff, follow there's so many of them out there, man. But there's always those individual ones. But yeah, I like to follow all the paranormal because they're always on some with some cool videos and that's why I
exactly.
caught yours, man. That's why I got you on podcast, man, because I was scoping through the paranormal hunting group chat or group page run, and I saw your
Uh-huh.
stuff, man, and I was blown away. I was like, wow, dude. And then when I saw you're from here, I was like, because most of them I see, they're all like, from like out of state, they're up
Oh wow.
north. And then when I saw you, I was like, oh man, I gotta hit this guy up. I was like, oh, I gotta get this guy on my show. Like I really, because I just started the show. I was like, oh, I gotta get. When you hear San Antonio native, I was like, oh man, I gotta get him, man. Because I knew you were like close to like the real deal. I was like, oh man, that's why I'm glad. I appreciate you for responding, man, and doing this, man. It's
Certainly.
good to know that we have someone that actually knows a lot. Because like I told you, I've talked to a lot of paranormal groups, and no disrespect to them, they know their stuff, but there's people that know more. And like he's been doing it for what, 17 years. Man, that's a
17
lot.
years.
That's a lot of experience, man. A lot of a lot of stories and everything, and that's kind of people I want to be around with, to
Yeah.
learn from. That's awesome,
You
dude.
know, I've seen so much, and not to be bragging, but I've seen so much crazy stuff out there. And I'll tell my sons this. I have grown sons, and they're like, "Dad, if I didn't know you, I think you were crazy." I'm like, but I mean, just really weird stuff, really, really, really weird stuff. That nobody's, shadow people and the red eyes and
Yeah, a lot of
shadow
people.
people running through and orbs coming out of people.
Yeah, people don't believe that, and like I know back in the day, like you couldn't even talk about that. Like in my last podcast, my recent one that I posted, we're me and this guy. He's from San Antonio too. He's Bobby. His name's Bobby. He we were just talking about it last night. How back in the day, you couldn't even talk about that stuff. Like if you were talking about, hey, I saw some shadow figure, or oh, I think there's my house haunted, they would think you're on crack or something. They
Yeah,
would lock you up, or they would like disown you. You would never have friends. They would be like, nah, that guy's crazy. Now it's more
yeah,
accepted. Now it's more accepted.
right,
Now, I
right.
mean, yeah, you still have your people that think that you're just crazy, but it's just a small amount. You don't
It,
care. It
it,
doesn't bother you.
it's mainstream now, especially with like the old ghost hunters.
Yeah, that's what I'm
You know,
saying. With
they,
all this stuff now it's like, oh, cool. Like, you know,
exactly.
and I like it mainstream, but really, like, if I ever did a show, without Hollywood, like if I did it myself, like I want to make it as real as possible. Like I want to show people like this is what happens. This is what his because I give props to investigators. Like you guys are out there putting yourself on the line. People think it's just like, oh, a bunch of little ghost nerds out there with tape recorders, and they're just trying to get EVPs and look cool and get views and get likes and all that stuff. But like you
Right.
said, you got scratched. I know at one point I got pushed at the spaghetti warehouse before they closed it down. They just closed it down recently because of the whole COVID-19 epidemic. And the
Right.
investigation we went there, I went upstairs, and the statue I touched, that thing did one of the shadows not follow me home, but it appeared to me in a dream, and it tried to attack me. But like I have a lot of faith,
There's
and I'm not scared, so I
something
warded
about it.
off. But yeah, that the most I had was a push, like a shove, and I remember I just got pushed because I saw a shadow walk, and I was taking pictures to see, like, kind of like what you're saying, taking pictures, maybe I'll catch something. And when I took a picture,
Hmm.
for some apparent reason, I just felt like that thing was in my face. Like that's just how I felt. Like when I was taking a picture, I felt like he was right in
Right.
front of me, and it pushed me. And when it pushed me, I didn't even react. I just started running. Like I didn't even look around. Like what pushed me? I just started running. That's how scared I was. Like I went all the way down to the steps, and
Wow.
everybody was freaking out. They're like, Mike, 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 what's going on?" And I'm like, "I'm not going up there." Like that's the first thing I said. I'm not going up there. And they saw me in the camera with the little monitors they have. They saw me just running quick, like a flash, coming down. And yeah, that's the only thing that ever happened to
Right.
me as far as like anything that's like been as far as like getting harmed. But other than that, I've never been scratched, never had anything like that.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
But
Oh
that's
yeah.
I
Yeah.
want to run this other video. I want you to give me a little
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Let's
so
see which
this
one
one
it
right
is.
here, the spirit, this one where you saw the with the orbs inside it.
Okay.
It
This
might
is
tune out the audio, so I'm gonna lower it a little bit.
okay. Let me describe it real quick.
Yeah.
Or you want to play? You want to play it first?
Oh no, you go ahead. Go ahead and describe it. Yeah.
Okay. This is like it says. This is from the VFW 4700.
Hmm.
It's here on the south side, actually, off of like Kirk Place. It's on Old Frill City Road. It's
Yes.
off Zamora,
Oh, okay. Yeah, right
where
here. I
it's
think I
at.
knew what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And we investigate there a lot. We did a couple of tours out of there, and we actually filmed another Amazon documentary out of there with a friend of ours. He was the videographer that time, and we were investigating because we're friends with a group that does like it's called Spook Fest. It's an annual festival. We've been
Yes.
out there for 5 years, and they do car shows out there and dance contests, and they have us out there doing a paranormal presentation. And every year we investigate somewhere, and then we show the video there at Spookfest. And so this one year we decided to investigate the VFW where Spookfest is held at. It's an old building. And so we set up various cameras. I don't do the whole, uh, uh, what do you call where you put all the cameras on the one screen? You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah, the monitor, like kind of
Yeah,
like a
all of them. Yeah,
station,
I
kind
don't
of
do
like a
that
headquarters.
anymore,
Yeah,
bro. I used to do that years ago, but I got tired of running all the wires and
yeah,
lugging
yeah. You
everything.
gotta.
So I just bought like 10 camcorders. I just set them all up all over the place. I'm gonna watch them later anyway. You gotta watch them. You can't really watch them while they're filming weird
Yeah.
anyway. So I set up a camcorder, a static camcorder. This thing ran for like 3 hours. Of the 3 hours, it only caught this one video anomaly that we're gonna show you guys right now. Uh, it's a room in the back. It's called the cantina. There's a door to the left. It's a door that leads to the main dance hall there in the VFW. And as you guys are going to see in just a second, spirits have the ability, I guess it's through energy, to give off light. I've seen red lights, green lights, blue lights, white lights numerous times. But this particular time, they're going to illuminate white. It's going to kind of dance around, and then just fades away.
It's away.
Go ahead and run it.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
running real quick.
It's going to be on the left. It's going to be on the left.
Okay.
That's over. Yeah. Yeah. It's just at the very beginning.
Yeah,
But
it's
that's interesting how they're able, and it's a door there, guys.
Yeah.
It's a door.
For our viewers, it's right here, pointing the mouse at it. You see it right there. That's where you see. There's that guy right there. Man, that's awesome, man. Yeah, that's. Oh wow, that is awesome. Wow, look how it just faded away, like
Yeah, it just
like
fades
nothing.
away.
Just fades away.
Exactly. Yep.
Man, I love that one, man. That's like, man,
Thanks.
that's awesome, dude.
We've captured spirit energy like that. There's a cave in Burnett, Texas. It's called the Longhorn Cavern. They used to do paranormal tours like the first Saturday of the month, but they stopped because they lost a team. They wanted us to do it because we do tours here in San Antonio.
Yeah.
We do tours at the Psycho Asylum Haunted House, some Groupon. And they wanted us to go to the tour, but I wasn't crazy about driving to Burnett, which is like Austin to the left of Austin up 281 every Saturday night. But anyway, the place is very, very haunted. There's been a few deaths in there. And we were walking out, and myself and Pete, we turn around, we just see this dim light lighting up. I mean, you can see it, bro. It's a white light lighting up, and it's so tall, like the size of like a mirror. Those mirrors that you can see yourself when you're getting dressed or whatever. It's a tall light like that, a little wider than a mirror. It just lit up, kind of danced around, and then it just faded away. I caught the same type of energy also at Waverly Hills in Louisville, Kentucky.
Wow.
It was funny because there was a group of like 20 of us. I got assigned to two of my friends, but I forgot my flashlight. So I'm gonna go back down to the rental car and get my flashlight. I'll meet you guys back up here. Well, I get back up here and they're gone, bro. They're gone. So I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'm just gonna start walking. I'm not scared. It's an empty room, whatever. I start walking and I hear steps behind me, but I know I'm by myself. I'm the only one on the floor. I take some more steps and they're back there, and I stop and they stop, and I stop and they stop. And then I turn around and this light kind of just comes up at me like that, and it lights up and then it just fades away, just like the one just did right now at the VFW.
Whoa.
And that was at Waverly Hills. And when that light comes up, you can hear there's like a dude talks. He says, it's on our site. You can see it. Our videos there. He says something, and then I guess that spirit that was causing that light to come to illuminate, he said something, then it just backed off. And after that, I didn't hear the steps anymore.
That's
But
crazy.
Waverly, then later on, I was with another investigator and her daughter, and we were seeing, bro, 10, 12 shadow people at a time running down there back and forth. And I've got my camcorder. But Waverly Hills, it's long halls. So even with my big illuminator, infrared illuminator, you couldn't see anything. We could see them with our own eyes, but my camera didn't pick it up. It wasn't able to record it. But you can hear in our video on our site that we're just like, the little girl's like, what's that? They're shadow people. He goes, no, those couldn't be people. They were running back and forth, back and forth. If you ever have a chance, bro, Waverly Hills
Oh
and do
man, yeah,
Bobby
this
Mackey's because they're right
dude,
next to each
Alvaro
other.
Mackey's is like number one place I want to go. Like, and yes, I know it's scary. I know it's dangerous. I already know that for a fact. I read so many articles. Of course, Ghost Adventures. You're telling me, man, it's that, but that's something I really want to go. 'Cause I want to say like I was there. I got attacked. It's not something I'm pulling out of my butt. And man, that is awesome. And now
Exactly.
for the VFW that you went, how much do they charge anything, or are they cool people that let you go investigate, or you kind of have to know somebody?
Well, no, well, we're like that with the commanders. They all know us. Yeah, yeah. We've been dealing with them for about 6 years already.
Oh, okay.
So they already know us. Yeah, they know. As a matter of fact, we just in November wrapped up filming for a TV show, um, Truth or Legends in Your Hometown, and we were going to do 4 investigations for 2 episodes of the show, um, but and one of them was going to be the VFW. But we wound up not having enough time. The VFW got busy that weekend, and they couldn't accommodate us. But that show is coming out. Well, our red carpet event is going to be in Louisville, Kentucky. I'm going to go back again to Waverly. Is on September 26th, and that particular episode that we filmed, it's going to be the investigations that are going to be highlighted is going to be the Buckhorn Museum. Crazy, crazy evidence. The Buckhorn Museum. Um, the Comanche Lookout Hill off of Judson Road. That place, bro, is super, super haunted. We got, oh, I mean, I'm on NDA. I can't, non-disclosure, but I can't tell you everything. But
Yeah, yeah.
I can say this: we got some crazy, crazy stuff. I've been doing this many, many years. I was shocked, bro. I was shocked.
Yeah. And now for that one,
Yeah.
do you have to know people as well to get in there, or that's something you can?
No, it's like Alcatraz, bro. You just kind of sneak it in there. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
okay, okay, okay.
Once again, you go at the end, late at night, right before the sun goes down, you start going up and you make your way down as the sun's going down. But there you got to watch out with the park police because there can be jerks, man. They'll see your car and they'll start getting on the radio saying, you better get down here. We're going to tow your cars, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, they
But
just want to
that's
get you out
how
there.
we did. Yeah, exactly. But that place, it was super, super haunted. A lot of history there. The Indians used to be there. That's in front of the Camino Real again, where the stagecoaches used to go again. Right there. So lots of history. Then devil worshippers were there also,
Oh yeah,
and opened some portals, bro. Black shadows,
man,
demons. Just
man.
you guys need to watch that episode when it comes out. We don't know what they're always asking us, where are you going to be on the Travel Channel? Blah, blah, blah. I can just say this: there's 2 channels fighting for the series, 2 season series, but we can't say right now what episode it's. I mean, what network it's going to be on. But it's gonna be on a big network.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
it's gonna be pretty
If
cool.
you ever have like an open spot, man, invite me. I'll go, man. If like if you ever have any like it's I don't care. I'll even pay. Like it's like, hey, well, you wouldn't pay. I mean, I just want to get some evidence, man. I would like to share that with
Yeah,
the viewers too. But it's just not about sharing to the viewers. It's just I want to go. Like I want to
right,
experience something like that. So at least I can know in my heart, like, dude, I was there. It happened.
right. Exactly. Right now, we're working on a documentary about the Battle of Medina. I don't know if you're familiar with the Battle of Medina. I talk
No.
about it a lot in our group, in my group. But the Battle of Medina was fought um, August 18th in 1813. So we're talking 50 years before the Civil War,
Yeah.
way before, way, way, way before. And it was basically Texas's forgotten battle. It was Texas' bloodiest battle ever fought on Texas land. Close to 2,000 people died. And the location is a mystery. But we've established 3 different locations that we don't believe we know
It's
was the
this
site of
there.
the battle. And we've gone and we've gotten some crazy, really good evidence, bro. Really good evidence. EVPs talking military commands, talking about their men. Don't sacrifice my men. I don't want to lose my men. Things with the battle,
Yeah.
battle related, and extremely haunted. But what's perplexing us is that mixed in with these old spirits, there's very young sounding EVPs. Very young sounding. It's weird. Like there's a mixture of spirits there, old and new. We're still figuring it out, but it's really weird. And the other thing that we were noticing here, well, because San Antonio is primary. There's a lot of Spanish spoken around here.
Yeah.
We're all
Exactly.
Spanish, Spain, Mexico. We'll ask questions in English and they'll answer us back in Spanish, or we'll answer in Spanish and they'll answer us back in English.
Wow, that's
Correct
crazy.
response. Yeah, bilingual EVPs. Yeah, yeah. So that's
Crazy.
that's that's the documentary that we're working on. It's going to be on Amazon Prime. I mean, soon. I don't know exactly when, but it's very interesting when we're able to tie in, kind of like Gettysburg, like we were talking about,
Yeah.
pre-show, Gettysburg and all the evidence and the history. And so you got the history tied in with the paranormal, with all the deaths and so we're looking forward to what we're working with. It looks like it's going to be a good episode, and it's going to be true to like we were talking about earlier. There's going to be nothing fake. It's all going to be real time EVPs, real evidence. You know,
Dude, I
so
can't wait. I'm
that's one
looking
thing
forward to that. Yeah, definitely keep me in the loop. As soon as you
yes,
know the
yes,
date, definitely let me know, and I'll start spreading the word on my page. Have you guys, viewers go check you guys out. I'm gonna want to see it. Like I said, I love anything paranormal. Do you remember that old show Sightings? It's like a
sure.
'90s.
Remember sightings.
It
I
was
remember
'90s.
sightings.
Yes, dude. I remember they would. I mean, they would have different stories of like some can be about UFOs, some can be about ghosts. Man, whenever they would talk about paranormal, man, dude, that was like my favorite episodes, dude. Oh,
Okay,
I did that shit.
let me rack your brain on, or see if you can remember
Yeah.
this episode of sightings. Do you remember an episode of sightings where I think they were in Hawaii, but I might be mistaken. But they would ask a question and they would take a Polaroid and the words would come out written on the picture. Do you remember that
Oh
episode?
no, I don't.
It's
No,
old school. Yeah.
I may have seen it. I'm not sure. I remember the one I saw. Is that I'm thinking there were around the Gettysburg area, Civil War around there, and I remember they okay, there was a story where it was kind of crazy too because they had a museum, right? I guess the one of the houses that the soldiers use like a little headquarters. Well, they
Mm-hmm.
made it now like a museum, right, with all these, of course, all these, stuff, artifacts and stuff, like their swords and all the uniforms. Well, a story was that there was one day the owner of that museum, she had to go. She was having plumbing problems, so she called a plumber, right? So the plumber comes in, he and the course lady tells him, "Oh, well, I'm gonna go ahead and this is a sink, it's having issues. Go ahead and fix it. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go. She's gonna get something to eat or something, right? Do an errand." So the plumber's like, "All right, cool, whatever, right?" So he comes in the house. He's alone. He's under the sink. He's doing his thing, right? And this old soldier, like while he's under the sink, he can't see nobody, right? He's just doing his thing, and he just hears a soldier come up and say, "Excuse me, sir, have you seen Maria?" And he's like, Maria, he's like, and he's talking while he's doing his thing. He's like, "No, I'm sir, I don't know who Maria is, but the owner's name is so and so." And he's just like, "Well, if you see her, can you please tell her that I'm looking for her, please?" And he's just like, "Yeah." And I guess he felt that after a while, he felt that vibe, I guess. And when he was under there, he looked and he saw an old wolf soldier like just staring at him, like right there.
Oh
And he's like,
wow.
"Oh," and he's like, "Okay," and he's like, "Thank you," and he just walked away. And he just like walked and he disappeared.
Oh
That
wow.
was one
I see.
story, and then there was one where they went to like an old abandoned house, like in the near the beach, and they're doing EVPs, and they heard a little kid say, "I can see the war, I can see the war," and they're like that's the EVPs are picking it because like he was seeing the battle going at it while he was like hiding in the like in the house, like he was just looking out the window while everyone was going at it. And that's one of the scenes I remember from sightings.
Right.
But I might have seen it. Like I said, I was real young. I mean, I was like,
Yeah.
but I'm pretty
Right.
sure they replayed it. I'd
Before
probably
that.
be like, oh, like, oh, I remember now. But yeah, that show
And
was good.
the reason I bring that particular episode, because that one always sticks in my mind. We did an investigation on Esma Street over here off of 410 and like Jesus 410 and by the Mission. There's a Valero there. The cold freezer places. Anyway, 410 south
Yeah.
of town on 410. It's Esma. And I had set up a laser grid on a chest of drawers, and we were there about 3 or 4 hours, and we're going to wrap up the investigation. And the laser grid is just like standing right here. It's on a tripod.
Yeah.
And I go to grab the laser grid, and right before I get it, bro, it falls by itself. And I told one of the girls, take a picture, take a picture. So she took a picture, and it's like my arm is right here, and my arm comes out all jacked up, like
Yeah.
energy, really, really weird energy right here. And under my arm, I didn't know it because I just posted the picture on the San Antonio Ghost Hunters Facebook page. It was, check it out, weird energy. And then they were writing me in the comments. They look, John, look at your picture. Look at the bottom of the picture. There's words there. What? Sure enough, bro, you zoom in and it says forever.
What?
Written. Yeah.
Wow. And you have that
Yeah.
on your site?
Yes, it's in my
Oh
pictures in San
man.
Antonio Ghost Hunters.
Man, I gotta go check it
Yeah,
out.
it says forever. And that takes me back to the episode of Sightings, because the dudes would say, like, what's your name? Take a Polaroid, it would come out, and it would have writing in their picture too, just like my picture got. That's why I remember that particular episode.
Ah, it's awesome.
I think it was Sightings. I'm pretty sure it was Sightings. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and that
So
happened.
that's the one and only time that we got word.
I didn't think they would do. I didn't know that that could happen.
It can happen.
I mean, I could see like maybe you saw like another hand on you, or you saw like maybe like a face or something. It'd be like, oh, okay, cool. But that's awesome. I gotta
Yeah,
definitely check that out.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
and that reminds me of an experience, and I mentioned on the last podcast I just did recently. Um, I was telling Bobby that at my house I had a podcast like an audio, and I have this other paranormal group here. They're called San Antonio Dead Seekers. They came over and we worked them a few times. We've been to the jailhouse up in I forgot what part of Texas, and well, we did they did a few VPs. They got some good evidence. Well, they came over and they shared their experiences and everything, and it was crazy because like we're here at my house where I'm at now, and we had the speaker in the middle. We had like they have all the members here, like 8 of them, and they're just talking, right, introducing, telling their experiences. They're all sharing their experiences and how they got into the paranormal. And when I'm doing this recording on Audacity, right, it just stops. It stops. And you can look if you look on my podcast thing. It's called Dead Seekers. It's an audio. It's like if you go to my YouTube or Facebook, it just says Dead Seekers, an episode. I guess episode like 8 or 7. I'm trying want to try one of them, but there's one that's dedicated just to that one EVP, and it's crazy because like we're talking now, and then the Audacity thing stops, right? And I'm like, oh, wait a minute. So my Surface laptop I have, I was recording it because we're all like a little kind of like a little powwow around each other like that talking, and so when I see it stop, right, I'm like, oh crap, stop recording. So real quickly, I went like it took me like 3 seconds, right, because the screen share popped on, so I had to go in there and then hit record again. Well, within that 3-4 seconds that I was there, an EVP comes through, and a woman's laughing. All I hear is ha 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 ha. That's it. And I didn't even know it. I didn't know it. I just did my thing. We finished the podcast. Everybody went home. We had a good show. Then the next thing on comment on Facebook, someone puts, "Hey, 2 minutes and 16 seconds. Hey, I go that laugh was crazy." And I'm here like, what are you talking? Like I'm thinking like laugh, like we're all laughing, like. He's like, no, I heard a woman's laugh. So when I replay it, the video, and I go with that same time that's the comment guy, one of the followers did it, commented on, I heard it. It was crazy. It was like perfect. Like everybody kind of like took a breath, stay quiet for like that seconds, and you just hear that laugh come through. Like ha ha ha, like
Well,
that thing shut it off.
let me tell you this, Mike. This entire time we've been doing the show, in
Yeah.
my side audio, I've been hearing a lady commenting on some of what you commenting on your statements.
Oh
So
wow.
go back and listen to this, yeah, because I've been hearing a lady, uh, little whispered responses to some of what you've been saying. It
Uh,
happens a lot. I did a show,
oh,
I
okay,
did a
okay.
podcast
Yeah, because
for,
there's
yeah,
some
and
little sounds
and
in
it's
the
ghosts. They're
background.
ghosts.
Okay, I'll
Well,
definitely look it up.
and
Yeah,
yeah, take a look
definitely.
at
I'll
it.
put I'll
Maybe,
put
maybe
my
not.
put
Yeah,
my headsets on and everything what I have on, and Yeah, because I heard some little pops up earlier. I don't know if you heard like a little. Did you hear no little on your
Uh,
end?
uh,
Okay, it's on my end then. Okay, because I have a program. It's called Discord. It's like a chat, and I'm a big gamer, so all my buddies are on there. And when they send like text messages, it alerts you. It's like so you may hear little pop ups here and there. But I'm hearing them on my end. I don't know if the recording's gonna pick them up. But definitely, yeah, definitely, I'll look into that.
yeah, little responses. Do we have another video to play?
Yeah, definitely, yeah, that's right. We have one more, and I want to let me see here. I think it's the hotel, right? Is this one? I think,
Yeah, this particular clip is from the Magnolia Hotel in Seguin, Texas. We were as a matter of fact, it was myself, Glenn, which is the other member,
yeah.
founding member of our team, and to the left is off camera, but it's Nick Groff is in the room with us.
Oh, he is.
He
Oh,
is
okay.
to the left of us. This particular room is the upstairs room. This is there was a serial killer. His name was William Faust, and this was the room that William Faust would sleep in. And the story is not the legend; it's a true story that he got on a horse, rode the horse over to I think it's nearby Austin,
Yeah.
another town, went to kill his wife, but a little girl was sleeping in the wife's bed, and he like killed the little girl instead.
Oh
Yeah,
wow. Oh, that's sad.
yeah. And so we're in this room in William Faust's room on his bed, his original bed, and Glenn is trying to get a provoke a response. And right before Nick Groff came into the room, I was hearing a man talking to the right by that window that you can see there to the right.
Yeah.
There was a man saying something, and I could hear the man talking. And a little bit in the clip, you're gonna see a shadow person come just across the screen. You're just gonna run across the screen,
Like right
right
in
in
front
front
of
of
this
Glenn,
guy. Right in front of what's his
in
name?
front of the guy, right in front of Glenn. Yeah, he's gonna run right in front of him at a very fast pace, as shadow
Yeah.
people do. You know, and they love, like we talk about, they love to peek. Oh man, I always catch shadow people
Yeah.
peeking around the corner, just looking
I
at you
noticed
like,
that too. Like I see him like I too at HEB. Sometimes I see him go boom like that, and you know how you see like you know that
mm-hmm.
someone corner my eye. I know I saw it. You're just not seeing things. But yeah, let me play this and see if we can catch that thing. I want to show the viewers.
Right now, this is your bed, right, Faust? Did you buy prostitutes on this bed? Yeah.
Yeah, he after he said Faust, verb. Oh, no,
Oh, I
here's
saw
her.
that.
There, say
Yeah,
something.
yeah,
See
I
it?
saw that.
Right when I said Faust.
All right, now I got it.
Boom.
Yes. Oh, I'm gonna play that again. I want to show the
Wow.
viewers. That was freaking awesome. Let me
Yeah,
see. Because
Right now,
like EVPs are going
this
off,
is your
right?
bed,
But I can
right,
hear
Faust?
voices.
the spirit box. Yeah,
Yeah,
SD7.
yeah.
Prostitutes on this bed? Yeah.
Yeah, he after he said Faust, verb. Oh, no,
Oh
here's her,
wow,
man.
dude,
Say something. They
that
covered
looked
that. Yeah,
crazy.
All right, now I got it.
yeah. Right before Nick says something, you can hear Nick on the audio. He says something,
Yeah,
and then the shadow person just runs
that's
across.
crazy. It's like
We
he
got
went
a
like like that.
yeah, yeah. Oh, very fast, very fast.
Yes.
To them, I always say the shadow people, they adhere to a different law of physics than we do. You know,
Yeah.
we went to do an investigation, and the girl's apartment, it was a corner like that, a corner apartment, and I just see the shadow person running through in and out of the apartment like of nothing, just running right through the wall, right through the wall. Yeah. Another time we were upstairs, and I was in a room, and the door was open, and one of my investigators took a picture. And when she took the picture, I see the shadow person run into the room with me. As it comes into the room with me, I guess it says, "Oh shit, somebody's here," and it goes and sinks into the floor and goes downstairs. I
Wow.
saw I saw it go through the floor right in front of my face. I was like, "Wow, that was cool. That was very cool." And I've been doing this many years. I've only seen red eyes 2 times. You ever want to talk about the shadow person, the red eyes?
Yeah, yeah.
I've only seen it 2 times, and each time I've seen that, it was at the Yorktown Memorial Hospital. There's a cross where the two long hallways meet. The nurses' station's there, and we're looking down the hallway, and we see this shadow person like floating, bro. It's like floating like that down at the end of labor and delivery. And as it turns, just red eyes, dude. They're just red eyes. Oh man, it gave us like a chill. And just then, There was like four of us standing there. Another shadow person comes from behind us, catches us off guard, and knocks the hat off of one of my guys and pushes the other guy. Scared the crap out of us, bro. After that, we're like that back to back. You look that way, I'm gonna look this way,
Yeah.
because it was crazy. It was like crazy. Yeah, you ever been to Yorktown Memorial Hospital?
Oh no, no. Where was that at? Located?
Yeah, in Yorktown, Texas. It's about
Yorktown,
70
Texas.
miles. Yeah. So what it is, Joanne owns. She's a friend of ours. Joanne owns the Black Swan Inn.
Yes.
Her boyfriend owns Yorktown Memorial Hospital. He's a lawyer. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, yeah. So they keep the paranormal in the family there. Yeah, and so each one place is $500. You want to go to her place? It's $500 for 10 people. So $50 a person. So I guess if
Oh,
you
that's
get
not bad. Yeah. So
that's
that's
not
a Black
bad.
Swan Inn. That's a Black Swan Inn.
That Black Swan and Yorktown Memorial charges that same
Oh, that's not
price.
bad. Yeah, it very pitches in.
They're
It's
both
worth it.
haunted. Yeah, it's definitely worth it. And I guarantee you, both places, bro, you're gonna see something. You're gonna get great evidence
Now,
of
how long
both
can
of
you
those
stay there? Like when you
places.
pay that much, is it like an all night thing or is it just a couple hours?
All night, all night, all night. At the Victoria's, bring your blanket and your sleeping bag, and you can spend the night there. That's what we did with Joe Reinego and the guys from Ken's Five on the Honda Sleepover. They brought air mattresses and shit, and they spend the night there.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
So yeah, you spend the night there. Same thing with Yorktown. But Yorktown, there's a hotel right across the street. I really recommend. And now the oil boom a few years ago, there's hotels all over there. I would really recommend getting a room at Yorktown because there's no bathroom, there's no running water at Yorktown. So if you gotta go
Oh.
to the bathroom, lazy, you just go across the street to your hotel room and use the bathroom and walk across. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Very, 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 very haunted. Yorktown, we did Yorktown. I've been there probably about 8 or 10 times, but we did the Univision Halloween special 2 years ago, back on Halloween for Univision. That one went nationwide on their Halloween special for that, and it was so crazy that the reporter, God, I can't remember her name, really nice lady, she got scratched on her arm. The pictures are on our site. And yeah,
Wow.
yeah, she wasn't expecting to have a paranormal experience. She got scratched. Yeah, yeah, that was pretty crazy. And there's cool because you can sign your name on the wall. And since Ghost Adventures, they sign everywhere they go. So there at Yorktown Memorial Hospital, you see Zach Bagans, Nick Groff, Aaron, and you get to sign your name. And we signed our names. Just Antonio Ghost on the right there by Zach's, uh, where they signed it. Now all these other groups, everybody signs the wall. It's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Man, that's man, all this it gets me pumped up, dude. Like it's like I told you, I'm new to this. Like it's like I'm just barely stepping my foot into the paranormal world. Like I mean like I've been to investigations and we got some good ones, got some, I got some okay ones. But
Right.
man, that's why when I saw your site, I knew you were from San Antonio. I was like, oh man, got to get him on the show, man, and got to get some, talk to this guy. That's when I had to hit you up, man. I had to get you on, man. I was like, yeah, this guy's gonna give me some knowledge that, and you are like you're telling me stuff that I never thought. Like, I mean, I knew it existed, but I just never thought about it. I never saw it in that
Right.
that point of view. Like, oh shoot, like that's crazy, man. And that's cool that you went to Bobby's Mackey's. I mean, I never had anybody that I could talk to from Texas that's gone to. And like I said, I don't have a lot of friends that are in the paranormal. I mean, I just barely met some friends now, and they're cool as hell. But to know people that've been
Exactly.
here and been, like, see, done it for 17 years, dude, that's
17 years. Yeah.
awesome. That's awesome, man. And that's kind of what I want to do one of these days. Just go out there, go about, go to all the haunted sites. Like I even want to go to like like what, like London and the nice castles and stuff. I know all that is
Yeah.
that's been there longer than
Then here.
yeah, than here, yeah.
Then here. No.
And that's kind of what I want to go out there and just investigate and and die like that, just do something that, man, that's awesome, dude. I mean, I'm glad you came on the show, man. I'm just like, wow, that's freaking awesome.
Yeah. Definitely. Definitely been a pleasure.
Awesome. And is there anything else you want to say to the viewers, man? Anything else you want to share with us?
Uh, for right now, no, just invite everybody to join our group. San Antonio Ghost Hunters. We're on Facebook. That's really the medium that we mainly rely on. We're old, so we do the Facebook.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got a lot of videos there. You can keep up with us. Check out, like I said, the Truth or Legends in your hometown coming. I want to say maybe around the first of the year at this point in time. Like I said, the red carpet in September 26th. and just follow our page. If anybody needs any investigations, give us a call. We're
Yeah,
doing
definitely. Yeah,
paranormal
yeah.
stuff.
If you have any slots open in investigations, man, you can always hit me up, man. We live in the same town. I'll be
Yeah,
more than
yeah,
happy to go, man. I mean, I want you to come back to the show, man. Whenever you're ready, man. If you like, you have more stuff you want to throw out there, so our viewers can see, especially here in San Antonio. That's what I'm here for, man. I'm here to
for
put
sure.
y'all's name out there, and show people, get in contact with y'all. Any knowledge of paranormal 101 kind of stuff, that'd be great. I mean, like I said, I want our viewers to know, like, my mission for this podcast is to make sure, let our viewers know that this stuff is real. I know it's a hard subject to talk about sometimes. It's something we can't really bring up, like we can talk about lunch. It's something we can't, like when we talk about
Right,
sports.
yeah,
It's but there's
exactly.
people out there that are actually going through stuff like this, and it's life reckoning. There, some going through it, and it's sad. And I feel like I just want to reach out to them, and if we can send any paranormal group out there to go help them out. That's kind of what I want to do, man. Kind of be like that central hub here. Like, if we can get
Gotcha.
people to go out there, they tell me, hey, anybody, I could always recommend you. Like, yeah, San Antonio Ghost Hunters, give them a call. Great guys. They're gonna go out there, very professional. And that's kind of what I want to do with a lot of the groups here. And that's kind of like when we do when I go investigation, we're trying to just go out there, get evidence, and y- bring it back and show people and share it to the world. Uh, to me, it's like we're one big family, man. I don't see it as like we're
Right.
competing against each other. Like, I'm so happy that you got your name out there. I'm glad that you guys are doing this Amazon stuff, shows and everything. That's to me, that's awesome, dude. To have someone from San Antonio represent us like that, that's cool, man. And I'm proud of y'all for doing that, and I'm really looking forward. I'm
Thank
looking forward to your future presentations, videos, anything you want, you let me know, man. Definitely want to have you back.
you.
Uh,
Okay,
just let me know whenever you're ready, man. We'll keep in touch.
for sure.
And you have some exciting news you want to branch out, hey, give me a call, man. Like I said, I have all the time in the world. I work, but you can hit me up and I'll make time. I'll make time.
Sounds
So we
good.
got to
Sounds
do
good.
this. Yeah, we got to do this late at night and record. Well, hey, we'll do it, man. But
No problem. And the last thing I was gonna say real
sure.
quick, if any of your viewers here in San Antonio, or you're traveling and you come to San Antonio, you want to have a paranormal experience. Like I said, we do paranormal tours at the very, very haunted, um, Jesus, it's God, Psycho Asylum Haunted House. It's across the street from Spaghetti Warehouse.
Oh yes, I
Uh,
always wanted to know that too.
we do the tours there. It's on Groupon, or the website is paranormalvisit.com. You can book the tours there. The best thing is if you go 4 people for $100, it's $25 a person. That's the best rate, and it's a 1-hour tour. And we've got a lot of EVPs. There's shadow people there, red lights, blue lights. It's very, very active location, and it's a controlled environment. So I want to encourage you, or maybe even yourself, Mike, if you want to come out there
Oh
and just
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
I honestly, that's weird because that's weird that you mentioned it because you know what? Every time I went to Spaghetti Warehouse, I always got some attraction over there. Like, I always look over there and I say, I'm pretty sure there's that place too. Besides the restaurant, I was like, I'm pretty sure there's some activity there because I always feel like this presence there. Like there's something there.
exactly.
Oh
Gotcha.
man, I'm no definitely I'm gonna look into that because me and my daughter we're like hardcore into it. Like,
Cool.
and I have some other friends too that are really willing to go. We're, like I said, we're all hardcore paranormals. So yeah, definitely, I'm gonna look into that. Is that some information we can look at your website as well too on Facebook? You got that posted?
Yeah. Yeah. As far as Facebook for that, it's San Antonio Paranormal Tours is our
San Antonio
Facebook
Paranormal
page.
Tours.
Paranormal Tours, yeah, that
Oh man,
ties
I'm so
into
excited, man. I was so man, and you just kind of like you just answered my question, man. That was something I was because I know you mentioned it earlier, and I kind of forgot about it. And I was about to tell you like, oh, can we do ghost hunting there? But now that we know that you can actually go in there with people, and that's real cheap. I
yeah,
mean, like, say 25 per person, $100 for an hour. I mean, hey, 100 hours is good enough for me. I mean, you can catch so much stuff. I mean, that's cool, man. So
exactly.
they let you take your phones. I mean, they let you like take pictures and stuff like that.
Bring whatever you want. Bring whatever you want.
Oh, that's awesome, dude. Yeah, I'll take my EVP, my Ghost Box. Man, that's freaking awesome, dude.
Bring
Oh,
it
I
all.
can't wait. And that's what, Monday through Friday, or is that all the weekend only?
Weekends, because we get a lot of tourists, bro. Because especially with
Yeah.
COVID, but we get a lot of tourists. So we're getting ready to start. We can start it now. we haven't really, but whenever, just yeah, get a hold of us. We can schedule a time for you, and we'll come out there and we'll meet you guys.
Oh, okay, great. Definitely, definitely. Yeah, I will definitely do that. Oh, Max, now that summer's starting, got all the time in
Yep,
the world. It's perfect. It's not cold, and I don't care about
exactly.
the heat. I don't care. I can take the
Absolutely.
heat. Hey, John, well, I appreciate you for coming.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it gets
Bottom
very
of my
hot in there.
heart,
Good
man.
morning. Yes, my brother.
Yeah,
You're
and
welcome.
like I said, you whenever you're ready, man. I mean, my door is open to you, man. You want to come to the show? You want to do it next week? Whatever you want, man. You let me know, and I'll make that time for you, man. Well, you can
You
come
got it.
in, show more videos. You can bring more of your. These videos are awesome, and I know you got some more, and I really want to see more, man. I mean, those were just like I know those probably were just little bit pieces, but man, those blew my mind.
Yeah.
You sent it to me, and I saw them. I was like, me and my daughter were just freaking out, like, oh my god, this is great. Like, this is something I wish I caught. And but yeah,
Yeah,
definitely, man.
you
If you
will.
have more stuff and you want to show it off, man, they definitely, man, bring them on the show, and I'll be more than happy to show the viewers, man. Show them that, and definitely, once the show's over, I'm gonna do that. After I'm done with this, I'm gonna send the link to you, and go ahead and post it, and I'm gonna put it on my Lonewolf Paranormal site, and of course, I'm gonna give shout outs to you, and I'm gonna send people your way. Check out your stuff, and like I said, if anyone needs any investigations, like you said, the tours, definitely, man, send them over to you.
Sounds good, my brother. So in the meantime, stay haunted, brother. See
All
you.
right, brother,
Catch you
you
next.
take it easy, all right? And
Yes, sir.
once again, viewers, we want to thank John, and make sure to go see Santiago Ghost Hunters. Go to their Facebook page, and like they said, they do have a ghost tour. All the information is there on their page. They got great videos, evidence, paranormal 101. You can go ahead and get with John or any of his members. And once again, John, you have a great night. Thanks for coming, and like I always say, uh, thank you for attending. Thank you for coming to the show. Thank you for all the listeners, and always remember, you're never alone. Thanks a lot, buddy. You have a good night.
Thanks, bud. Yes, sir. Bye
Uh-huh.
bye.
Bye bye.